We've got the 2025 Lexus UX300H, and I want to know, is this the classiest small SUV out there? I think overall, this UX300H looks pretty great. You know, the first thing you notice is the classic pinched, huge grille that Lexus boasts on all of their models, and it makes it seem like this car, this little car, is really a lot bigger than it is. Something else I really like is we've got some roof rails on top, because this is, you know, a sporty little vehicle. We've got some black skull caps. We also have these 18-inch F-Sport alloy wheels wrapped with some Bridgestone Turanza run flat tires. Now, run flats have a history of being a little more rougher of a ride, but I'm excited to get this on the road and really see if it makes that much of a difference or if it's still kind of a rough ride. Driving the UX300H. And with me, I have the lovely Miss Mary.
Hello.
Because I want her opinion too.
Yeah, they love bringing me along because I'm not really a car person. I like to edit videos and stuff, but they like the lay person, the normal person perspective on these vehicles. Is that, I'm assuming that's why I'm
but
here.
I brought you here just because I like having you around.
Oh, that's fun too. Okay, awesome. Well, to start, it's a cozy ride.
Yeah, what are you thinking? Like when you first got in this car, were you like, wow?
No.
Or were you like, oh?
I wasn't like incredibly disappointed, that's for sure. But I do think it lacks a little bit of like design and like excitement. There's not a lot of like two-tone going on.
Right.
It's just kind of like, here you go. There's some red stitching, which is cool. And this, I like this screen. I kind of like,
it's a big screen.
Yeah, the kind of like horizontal screens have kind of grown on me a little bit.
Very colorful too.
Yeah, it's well done. It's well designed. But yeah, a little underwhelming.
I mean, it is a Lexus, right? But like to your point, it is lacking a little bit of luxuriousness. You know, it is a base Lexus, of course, but I don't know. I feel like it's really screaming base.
Yeah, they didn't really seem to put a ton of thought into like the pizzazz.
Coming back here, check out these taillights. They're really giving me like 50s Mercury taillight vibe or like Bel Air tail fin vibes. You know, a lot of times the design of cars these days are geared more towards aerodynamics and they're kind of looking like eggs more often than not. But so it's really nice to see something protruding like this. I think it is a little testament to some older cars. This UX300H has the F-Sport handling package, which comes with adaptive dampers, aluminum scuff plate, and a pretty cool feature to get in your trunk. It's got a little kick sensor, so if you got your hands full of groceries or dogs per se, you can actually throw it back here. One thing you're not going to be impressed with is the cargo space. We're only working with about 17 cubic feet back here. You do have a little bit of room down here, which is nice. But if you are boasting some dogs back here, it's not going to be big dogs, that's for sure. Under the hood of the 300X, we have a 2-liter 4-cylinder hybrid engine with a CVT, and she is providing 194 horsepower. This car can come with 2 electric motors, but we have the all-wheel drive option, which actually adds a 3rd electric motor to the rear axle.
Yeah.
So who would be like perfect for this type of car?
Well, that's a great question. What does it cost?
It costs just under $50,000.
Okay, like hanging 49, 48?
Yeah, 49. With a couple different options. We have this ultrasonic blue mica.
So I don't like the vibrant blue.
It's not for you.
Just for me personally, that's not a color I would choose for my car. I do have a blue car, but it's like kind of a baby blue. So baby blue. The Sonic, the Hedgehog blue, isn't quite doing it for me. But, you know, some people like those vibrant colors in cars.
It sticks out, I will say, but without it being too, like, look at me, you know?
Yeah. Yeah,
I would say, like orange and reds or yellows are very, like, check out my awesome car. But this blue is, you know, I think just a better option to have anything other than, like, the black, silver, and white without it being too, like, insane. Right.
Yeah. So I don't know. I think this car, like you said, it is a Lexus. It's a base Lexus. I think a person who wants to say they drive a Lexus and don't want to break the bank, this might be their car.
I mean, can you imagine having this in high school?
Yeah, in high school.
But this would be insane, especially if you don't have kids or responsibilities. Like, this would be the perfect size.
I hope you don't have kids or responsibilities.
Well, I mean, that's what I'm saying, especially.
Sure. Yeah, I think the kind of person who drives this car, you know, is is thinking about being cost efficient and wants to drive a cool car.
Well, also,
Lexus is cool.
Not only cost efficient, but great MPG. This has 42 MPG.
Okay,
like,
cool.
That's pretty great. I mean, it is a hybrid, so of course you're going to be expecting higher MPG. But 42, that's not bad. I mean, this is a little guy.
Yeah, that's not bad at all.
It's a little guy.
That is not bad at all. I was disappointed with the space in the back. Yeah. I think the other thing is you might be kind of a lone wolf. If you don't have a lot of friends, it's a perfect car. Or if you have really short friends.
Short friends.
Little dogs.
Or just like stuff, you know? You
yeah.
want to put like stuff in the back seat.
Right.
Maybe not so much humans with legs.
Sure. Legless humans is your only option if those are your friends. But yeah, I think it's underwhelming on the interior, a little bit overwhelming on the exterior if you're going with that Sonic blue. But great MPG and honestly pretty reasonable price.
All right, checking out the interior of the UX 300H. First thing I notice, it's a little small, a little cramped. You know, let me put this seat about where it would be comfortable for me to drive. And if you look back here, there's not a whole lot of seat room. I'm going to jump back there just to show you exactly what we're working with, but not a whole lot of room back there. A couple things you notice right off the bat. We've got heated and ventilated front seats and a heated steering wheel. Unfortunately, no heated seats for your rear passengers, but at least you got in the front. So starting with the infotainment, we've got a 12.3-inch touchscreen, and as you can see, it is very crisp and vibrant looking. Right now we've got our Apple CarPlay set up, and it's just very easy to use. It also has Android Auto, so if that is something that you need in your car, this bad boy has it. And for your HVAC controls, we have buttons. Yes, you heard me, actual buttons. And it's a pretty good click action on some of these. These are toggle up and down. Got a little bit of bumps on the top just so you can see which ones these are. And I like that it's kind of like this darker color. I think it looks really good, pretty understated, functional, everything you need right here at your fingertips, not through the touchscreen, so very happy to see that. So up here, you'll actually find where your different drive modes are. We've got Sport and Sport Plus, normal, or your custom options if you wish to do that, or your eco mode. So you actually just switch this down and it'll change into your different drive modes. When it comes to touch points in this car, not a whole lot of fancy, luxurious leather going on. We do have some softer touch points on top of the dash here and down here next to your knee. You know, you got softer touch points on the center console and on your armrest. However, outside of that, it's a lot of hard plastic, which doesn't necessarily scream luxury or class, but you know, you do have some softer points. The steering wheel has got a leather wrapped heated steering wheel. This does feel quite nice, which is primarily what you will be touching every time you're in the car. So at least your main touch point is actually very, very nice. It's very comfortable. The buttons feel wonderful. They don't feel cheap or anything like that, but a lot of hard plastic in here, guys. Jumping into the back, as you can see, I left my seat where I would normally be driving, and I'm at the limit. I got maybe an inch or two to spare, but my feet are pretty much tucked underneath the front seat. Not a whole lot of headroom here. I know I got my big old bun going on, but if you're a lot taller than me, this could be relatively uncomfortable. I do have a nice center armrest here for your cup holders, but guys, it's kind of bare back here. You do have some vents, so you can at least adjust where the air is going to and how much air you want to come out, but you cannot control the temperatures down here, which would have been nice to see. You get a couple USB ports, which is always good to have. But, you know, I don't think you're buying this car for, you know, your rear passengers. I think it's just kind of a plus that it has rear seats, but this isn't, I wouldn't say this would be a good road trip car if you're sitting in the back. So, drive quality, now that we're on like an actual road and not like a dirt gravel road, these tires actually feel pretty good, especially for being run flats. You know, I used to have run flats on my car and I actually took them off because the ride quality was a little too stiff, but this actually feels really nice.
Yeah, I'm not uncomfortable.
I'm certainly not uncomfortable. Like,
yeah.
For my size, this car fits perfectly. There's no reason why I would have to have a bigger car than we have now.
Yeah.
But, you know, if you start having like more friends, families, lots of dogs, you have to make giant Costco runs, whatever, this might pose as like a bit of an issue, but...
This is true of any person looking for a car. You have to consider your lifestyle and if that car fits it.
Right.
Right.
Or if it's too much or not a little.
Yeah.
I mean, okay, so lifestyle. Maybe you want, you know, the finer things in life, right? Comparatively, this car's competitors would be like the BMW X1 or the Mercedes GLA. And I feel like they have a little bit more to offer than this UX 300.
So do you think that those are the best
I think
luxury
that
SUVs?
I think
like the smallest one?
they're better. I think that they have a little more to offer than the Lexus does.
Yeah, that's fair. But again, I think she's doing a great job.
She's doing a great job.
She's a nice car.
She's killing it for getting A to B and some comfort. You know, no, it doesn't have like rear heated seats, but listen, in the front seats we have heated, ventilated, and heated steering wheel. Like we have some good comforts up here. We have buttons. You know, I love my buttons.
I know you love your
Mary.
buttons, yeah.
And
honestly, like as a person who isn't a car person, I didn't like gasp at the price.
No,
You know?
I mean, for a Lexus badge, you know, being under 50 grand is pretty great to do.
Yeah. You get what you pay
50
for.
grand is a lot of money, you know, but
Sure.
in today's market, you know, it unfortunately isn't. So for you to be able to get a Lexus for under 50 grand, I mean,
It's not bad.
that's not bad.
Yeah.
Is the Lexus UX 300h the classiest small SUV out there? Well, in my opinion, I feel like it's got a little bit of room to grow, especially when you compare it to the BMW X1 or the Mercedes GLA. I don't know. You guys tell me what you think. Check out alltfl.com for all your new and used car reviews. This is Jen. Thanks for watching.